Hey guys, JH. Okay. Just a bit more of a Davinci Code update. Something that we talk about Davinci Code and the evolution of Davinci Code. It's new and I'm evolving it, but I'm evolving it quickly. And with every evolutionary process, invariably evolution has dictated that in the course of evolution things get better. Well, I mean, we've seen evolution happen, and there are occasions in different arenas and different spheres and different situations where evolution doesn't invariably bring change for the better, or evolution for the better. But with the Davinci Code, what I'm trying to do is make sure that I evolve the swing to the point where it gets to where I think it's better than it was, and it's where I think it should be in terms of being optimum. Now, one thing that I've come across in the last few days, guys, is and guys, I always say guys, and there could be some ladies, and I've had some posts from ladies, so guys and girls, or ladies and guys. We males a lot of times really are chauvinistic, and we think that we're the only species on the planet, and of course could never be the only species on the planet without the lovely ladies. We couldn't be here. That's very profound, JH. Where was I? Okay. So, Davinci. We know that we're loaded left. We know that we're staying here on the backswing. We know we're doing a bicep curl or a tricep curl. Now, guys, I'm going to modify the tricep curl. That's a bicep curl. I'm going to modify the tricep curl, which is a claw action. I'm going to modify it to what I call a straight line curl. It's a bicep curl, but it's straight line in formation. And what do I mean? I mean just this. That if I'm here at address, the bicep curl will be this. See this here, guys? I want to tell you a little story. The second or third time I met Mo Norman, we were talking about the general mechanics, and I said, well, okay, guy, really, Mo, it's just extraordinary how you can keep the club online the way you do, the face pointing in the direction you want to hit the ball so straight every time. It's got to be more than the general mechanics. It's got to be more than single axis. There has to be a little intrinsic particle that really makes the difference. And what is that? And I said, was there a little particle that you've never spoken about, talked about, something you felt in your golf swing? And he said, well, there was, and there is. And I said, well, please, what is it? Please tell me. He said, well, okay, when I get over the ball at address, and we got the 605 to Sydney, going overhead. Okay, he said, this is JH, or John, he used to just call me John. Okay, he said, when I get at address, in this position here, what I do is I create a feeling of the position of the club face, how square it is on that bottom scoring line where the paint is there. And Mo used to have all his clubs ground off to the bottom scoring line. I don't know if you guys know that, but he used to grind it off to the bottom scoring line on the grinder. And I promise you guys, you could shave with the golf club. It was just unbelievable. No bounce at all. Just used to grind it off to that bottom. It was dead square across the bottom. And the first time I had a hit with his golf clubs, I was taking divots as big as Texas steak. I mean, really, and that's why he could hit those shots off the greens and not take it. But if you miscued, you'd take a divot that long. It would just roll it up in front of you. It was so sharp. But he said what he did was he got that leading edge of the golf club, and when it was dead square, 90 degrees to where he wanted to go, and he got his hand in formation, the back of that lead hand and the back of the lead forearm, he got that feeling. He corralled the feeling of what that was. What did that feel like? What was that formation? What did it actually feel like at address? Where were the pressure points? And how did it feel? Like this shaft here, with the shaft here, this front of the shaft here, and that leading edge, and all this in a straight line here, in formation. What did that feel like from a musculature point of view, and from a kinesthetic feel point of view? What did it feel like? He just said, I wanted the feeling of the squareness of the club face and the position of it. I wanted that feeling in my hand and my arm, and in this hand and arm here, in relationship to the grip, in both hands. And he stopped. He said, do you know what I mean? I said, I think so. And he said, well, when I got to here, in this position, here, I wanted to know what that felt like. What were the pressure points? What did it actually feel like? What did it feel like? And he said, it took me sort of 6 months to work out the feeling, to get it absolutely locked in as a feeling in the golf swing. Because once he had the feeling, he had the straightness of the face. Brilliant. Once he had the feeling from a musculature point of view, and body, arm structure, hand, arm structure point of view and placement, he was dead square. Now he said, as soon as I got there in that position and I had that feeling, all I did was maintain that feeling right throughout the backswing and the downswing to impact. Now think about that, guys. He just wanted that feeling of address and the feeling in the musculature here, in the formation of the hand and the arm. He just wanted to take that feeling and keep that feeling right throughout the golf swing. Now if he did that and brought it back with that same feeling, the blade was going to be dead square. Just an absolutely fantastic bit of deduction on his part. Just stunning. He said, but you really have to isolate what a square face feels like in that position. 90 degree. What does it feel like from your hand, arm, positioning, structure point of view? What does that feel like? Because if you can isolate that feel and keep that feel from here to here to here to here to here, then you're always going to come back with the face square. Simple, but you've got to get the feeling. Now guys, it hasn't taken me 6 months. I want to say I'm a quicker learner. And frankly, when I came back from the US the first time, or after that, when I actually got off the plane in Sydney at like 9 o'clock in the morning after the flight from LA, and I had to meet some guys at a golf course at 1 o'clock that day and play with them because I'd arranged something and we were going to talk some business. So I had basically no sleep all the way over, and I went there and I just went into onto the practice tee, and I just hit about 20 shots, and I just had that feeling there. Anyway, to cut a long story short, I went out and shot 6 under par, and on a very, very difficult golf course, no sleep, no practice, nothing, with that feeling. And I played sensational golf for about a year, just with that thought. Now guys, like everything, and because I used to teach commercially all types of golf swings, I didn't teach Mo Norman all the time. You get out of that feeling, and it's basically just eroded itself until a few days ago. And I was thinking just by accident, and I'm going back and looking at some old notes that I had, and that was there in the Mo Norman book, in my teaching manual. and it was there's a little diagram, a little 90-degree T-square showing the face and the back of the left hand, and I had in brackets, you have to feel the 90 degrees. Feel the 90 degrees. I had the feel in inverted commas. So guys, the reason all that happened, the reason I went down that road there, is that our bicep curl now is not a tricep curl. We're not taking the club up like that. We're taking it up like that. Once I've got the feeling here of all this here, I'm just taking that back as that feel. Everything's square, 90 degrees, and I'm just taking it back here, here, and I'm just keeping that. I want to keep that feeling. So instead of tricep curling and taking the hand this way, I'm taking it this way. And the lead hand is just doing that. Just dead square here. The back of the left hand is the face of the golf club. And it never changes, and I've got that feeling. I know exactly what that feeling is. It's just fantastic. I'm over here, guys, today because even it's late in the day, the range is packed down there. There's lots of people. Because it stays light here till about 8 o'clock, and it's still very hot, still 30 degrees Celsius. So I'm over here in the cow paddock, and of course the cows have been here, and it's been raining, and the sun's come out, and all the after remnants of the cows, which is the cow dung, is fermenting, and I've got a little bit of breeze here blowing on me. So here I am, guys. I'm operating under great duress here. I'm in the cow paddock. I've got the cow dung, and I've got the fermenting of the cow dung. So it's just, most people would say that's a very earthy smell, JH. Let me tell you, I could do without it. I wish the wind was blowing the other way. So we've got a little bit of rough here, guys. We had no mowers out for a while because it's rained the last couple of days. Okay, so we've got the lead foot turned out. We've got our gunslinger position here. Now we're just going to do this, guys. It's going to be here, and then just bring it back. It's going to be here, 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 here. Simple as that. And it's interesting, you really do feel like you're just backhanding the ball. You just feel like you're backhanding it. That's a great feeling. Turn that foot out, get a little bit of negative lean. Doesn't get any better than that. My goodness. Woo, woo. See how easy that is, guys? The good thing about that is it's very easy. Very, very easy to do because there's nothing going on. Not thinking about any rotation, anything like that. Well, I've got to tell you, in every golf swing I've ever made, I've always felt that the lead arm, the back of the lead hand rotates that way. It doesn't go bang onto the ground, but it does rotate that way. And that happens through pure rotation. Here. There. Okay, let's do another one. It's just a really good feeling, guys. Really good feeling. The ball just goes dead straight because the club face is dead straight. So straight. See, I've got this pushback, guys. Gee, that's a good shot. For people that haven't never really hit the ball dead straight, I mean, I've essentially, since I met up with Mo Norman back, like in '91, I've always hit the ball with basically no movement on it. Even though I've used different golf swings, but I've always had the ability to sort of get the blade onto the ball square. And it's just a great feeling, guys. Just a fantastic feeling. Left foot out or lead foot out, see if we can get a little bit of pushback. There it is, guys. Gee, that's a good shot. Pretty easy, isn't it? You know the ball can't go over there because you've got none of this shutdown. You know it can't go over there because you've got none of the flare in the face. It just comes through dead straight. You can't do anything else. And you hit it dead square in the middle, look. You only need a club face, as Mo Norman says, 1.5 inches wide. Did I tell you we made up a set of golf clubs once? We cut off all that there, and they're only like 1.75 inches wide. And we weighted them all up here. They're amazing. Absolutely amazing. The feeling off the face was extraordinary. Absolutely extraordinary. Okay, foot out here. Okay guys, so there's no, I've got no connection on this side, no excessive connection on this side at the moment because I'm sort of a little bit out of the drill exercising phase now. But I just hit one here with a drill exercise with a little bit of connection and hook back on this side. There's our hook back. Gee, that's I said those other shots were good. That was much better. That just turns about a yard, about 1 yard, because I'm just in here doing that. So you can still do that, guys. You should do that occasionally. Just do your hook back and your little connection post impact connection. Foot out here. Getting good secondary tilt. Right, we'll hit a full shot. It's good hitting 5 irons out of the rough. Oh, 5 only goes 4 iron distance. Alright, so if I can make a full backswing. Still struggling, guys, a little bit with that injury to my back. My lower back is still not good. Wow, that's going. That's motoring. Whew, that's motoring. Never going over there. So if you're someone that's gone over there, you won't go over there with Davinci. I promise you. Unless you do something really un-Davinci-like. Alright, full shot. This is the process. Take the grip here. Get your connection here. This is the process. They talk about ball position, guys. The ball position is where it is. Don't worry about it. It will be dictated to by your connection. It'll be a little bit further back than normal, but that's the way it's got to be. Because you can't have connection and have the ball up here. That's just a reality of Davinci. So here we are. Got the connection here. Ball's back a little bit. I just wish I could play with that shot for the rest of my life. Here we are. It's fantastic at my age to find something that is so different and so rewarding, and structurally it's just better because it's so repeatable. Okay, here we go. There it is, guys. It's an easy swing, isn't it? Now to power, well, you shouldn't be looking at it yet, but to power the golf swing up, all I do is I get more throw here. I just throw the fingers faster to power the golf swing up. Like that. You see I've got the hook back here? That's another 15 in the air. Flatter, but really, that's just quickening up that finger throw. I mean, now just motoring. Absolutely motoring. Smoking. There we go. Okay, so let's see if you can smoke it a bit harder. Don't get any better than that. Now that's really choked off, sawn off over here. Okay guys, that was just something, just a little bit more, little snippet update, but remember, here, hit some little practice shots, wedge shots with the feet here, push yourself back. Feel that, there's this pushback here, so I'll keep going here. The pushback here is basically a balancing act for the push forward of this. We're trying to actually push all this into. My internet buddy from Tennessee, Joe, on Powerline Golf. Now Joe's into this. Joe's all over this. Joe's all over here. He's saying here. We're opening up. What I want to do is I want to get this side into this side. This side's coming this way, and this side's got to go into it. And I'll talk to you about Hogan's real secret on one of the videos soon. The real secret, Hogan's real secret. Because I know it. Okay guys, watch this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and get this side that's going forward here into the side that's coming back here. It's a squash effect. There it is. Wow. It's a little golf swing, guys, but it's got plenty of integrity and plenty of power. Now that's something I'll go into more detail down the track for you. Just do another one here and I'll really try and power this one. Oh, that's probably the best shot I've hit since I've been on Davinci. That's the best shot. Okay guys, that was just another snippet. This side goes into this, but we'll talk about that in detail down the track. But let me tell you, Hogan did it. But he didn't do it, he did it there and he did it somewhere else, and I'll tell you where he did it. Okay guys, we'll do some more maybe tomorrow.